Beautiful people, what is up? It is Alexander here. My mic is working, so I'm totally all good. I'm going to be making this video based upon a couple of things I'm doing right now, and one of them is I'm doing this whole thing, SHREEM, BREEZEE, this whole chanting, like a 30-day journey for myself, where I'm going to, it's not just going to be chanting, but it's going to be incorporating a whole bunch of different things, things like EFT, like visualization, meditation, this chanting, which is actually really cool and really fun. My journal of positive aspects, like abundance, like every possible little thing that I have, and just like kind of combining it like all in one, to just like manifest tons and tons of money for myself. And I actually have a goal. There's a new business I started like a couple of months ago, which I haven't really been focused on that much, and my goal is to get it to $50,000 a month in maybe about 30 days, but it's just the goal is to get it to $50,000 a month profit, or revenue, because I mean we have pretty high profit margins anyway. So 50K per month is kind of the goal for that and whatnot. I can do it in like, I know it's going to take a maximum of 45 days, but it's going to probably be done in like 30. But the whole thing about it though is this little goal that I'm setting out for myself, I'm not doing it like, oh, I'm going to set this goal out and write out all the action steps, and then I'm going to take massive action. No, it's actually more along the lines of like, I'm just going to chant. I'm just going to write my little checks. I'm just going to visualize. I'm just going to do that. And whatever happens, happens. And it's like, if the universe just magically makes my business make 50K per month, then that happens. But the way that I'm doing it is I'm taking the vibrational journey more than I'm actually taking like the action journey, or more than I'm taking the journey like, from A to B, the way that most people do their traditional goal setting, where they just like set a goal and they like work really hard, but they don't get into like the vibrational alignment with the goal. Basically, I'm doing the opposite of that. I'm just like focusing on doing whatever it is I need to do to get into vibrational alignment with myself. So that's the cool thing that's going on, and I'm super excited, especially about this chanting thing, because everybody, I heard about this like I want to say maybe a month or maybe 2 months ago or something like that, and it's basically all you do is just like say SHREEM, BREEZEE, SHREEM, BREEZEE. You say it like 108 times, and you do that like maybe 9 or 12 times a day, and it makes you money. Like it's crazy. And I'm seeing on my Facebook feed like all these people are doing it and whatnot, and they're just like, hey, I manifested this, I manifested this, I manifested this. I'm like, I need to get in on this. I was like, this is awesome. And so that's one thing that is like super cool, super exciting, and I'm super just like stoked about that. I'm already seeing results, like tons and tons of results. So yeah, that's the cool thing. But I want to talk a little bit about allowing money into your life, because that's something that people really, even for myself, it's like, people are like, how do you make so much money? How do you make so much money? It's not so much that I'm making so much money, it's just that I'm allowing a certain amount of abundance energy to flow through my life, and as a result, money manifests, or money actualizes in my physical reality. So basically, that's the only difference. And even the difference between somebody like me and somebody like Bill Gates is that he just allows money just a little bit more, or just like to a certain degree, or he allows it in certain ways that I might not yet for myself. So that's that's like the only difference. But even for somebody, it's just like, it doesn't matter where anybody is. It's all about how much you're allowing abundance to enter your life. That's what actually like manifests. Basically, long story short, the more you allow money, the more money you're gonna have. So I'm gonna talk about that, and so I'm gonna bring in the lovely angels and whatnot. Okay, so the whole thing about allowing is basically the amount that you allow abundance, health, relationships, or anything into your life is the amount that's actually going to manifest, or the amount that's actually going to actualize in your physical reality. And specifically, what I'm going to talk about today is just allowing wealth into your life. And something that I've seen people either ask me or they've struggled with and whatnot is they say, oh, I know that they're like, on some level, I know that it's possible for me to be wealthy, but I don't know how to achieve that wealth, or I don't know how to make that money for myself, or I don't know how to actually get dollars in the bank. It's always something about like, either I don't see it, I don't know, it's not making sense, or I'm not feeling it, or something about it. Like, I'm not getting how to make money. And the thing about it is, it's not really that you're going to be making money. Like, that's the thing about it. Yeah, I talk about making money all the time, but at the core of it, like the actual fundamental, the actual basis of making money is actually more about allowing money, or even more specifically, allowing abundance energy to flow through you. And what I'm finding for myself is that any amount of money that I've ever made before in my life was simply because I allowed abundance energy to flow through my life. And the way that I did that was simply by taking my thoughts and putting them, or allowing them to focus in a direction that is more conducive to actually attracting wealth into my life. So for example, I'm going to take this. There was something that I had to buy something that was a rather, it wasn't a super large ticket item, but I just wasn't planning on buying it. It cost like $700, and it was like a program. I was going to buy it anyway. I knew I had to, but I was like, I want, the thing that I told myself was, I have, $700 in my bank account, and I was like, I know that it's going to be, it's like I saw that $700, and I was like, okay, so I need to buy this specific thing. I was like, well, okay. I was like, yeah, no problem. And the thing about it is, I talked before about conscious spending or conscious alignment and everything like that. Whenever you're living and allowing abundance to flow through your life, it doesn't matter how much money you're spending or how much money is going out. Because what happens is, whenever you get into alignment with yourself, you're always going to have like this never-ending flow of abundance. And the funny thing was, I had to buy this little program for myself that cost like $700, and there's a little bit of a hesitation inside myself. I was like, it was a little bit of either drawback or like resistance or contraction. Contraction is the right word for it. I was it's like I wasn't planning on buying it, but it was like something that I needed to get anyways. So I was like, okay. But what I realized is that, hey, for something, for myself, I was actually blocking myself from allowing it, or I was disallowing, or, creating resistance. And what happens is, we all have these little subconscious or unconscious, or old either limiting beliefs or old emotions or vibrations or different things that basically block us from allowing this abundance. And what I've done successfully, very successfully in the past, and what I'm even doing right now, is I'm making it so that I'm opening up towards more and greater abundance. And the thing about that is, everybody's going to have a specific way that they have to do it for themselves. And what I mean by that specifically is this: the way that the different modalities, like tapping, like EFT, like meditation, visualization, chanting, writing in my book of Journal of Positive Aspects, doing abundance game, doing all these different things, they are right for me, and they help me focus on what it would be like to have $50,000 a month. They allow me to focus on what it would be like to have $300,000 a month. They help me focus on what it would be like to have $1 million in the bank, to have a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Bugatti, all these different things. Basically, allowing money into your life comes down to the question of, it's just like, how much are you allowing yourself to see or feel or hear or be? Basically, it's just like, how much are you allowing yourself to live in the reality it is that you want for yourself? Even if you just want, like, I don't know, $5,000 for yourself, But let's say that you're only making like $2,000 a month and you want $5,000 a month. Ask yourself, it's like, what would it be like to live in that reality where you're making $5,000 a month? Do you have a bigger house? Do you have a better car? Do you go out shopping all the time? Do you eat coffee? Do you eat Starbucks or something all the time? Or you do not eat coffee? Do you drink coffee all the time? What is it that you do? What would it be like? How would people respond to you? Would people be looking at you all the time? Well, for me, it's like, I plan on having my Lamborghini. I'm either going to get a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or maybe a Bugatti. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's going to be a fast car. And I know that just by driving it, I'm going to get such a thrill, such an exhilaration just from like driving super fast in it, because I love fast cars and I love driving fast and it's so much fun. And even still, it's like, everything it is that I'm doing right now, I'm seeing myself like attracting clients. I see myself attracting business. I see people coming to me with money-making opportunities, with business opportunities. I see people literally throwing money, not just like, not me having to work for money, but it's just like literally people are like taking stacks of like $100 bills and just like throwing them at me and like let's work together. I'm seeing that happen for myself, and as a result, this is the crazy thing. As a result, the universe is kind of like delivering that in its own way. Yeah, I haven't had people yet. I don't want to knock this off or close that off, but I'm just like, I haven't had people yet come up to me and like throw stacks of $100 bills at me. But hey, I'm not blocking myself off to that. And I'm totally open towards that. But, the funny thing is, that's just like my little visualization. That's my representation of what it would be like to have people coming into my life and just like giving, me attracting money, from other people or something like that. And as a result, the universe is delivering that to me. And, all of a sudden it's just like, I set my intentions like maybe a couple of days ago. I was like, hey, I'm going to go for $50K a month and I want this to be done, maybe like 30 or 45 or 60 days or something like that, maybe 90. But I was like, I'm going to get to $50K per month. And literally the day that I set that, I got to like, I don't know, maybe like 14 or something like that already, 14 per month for my business. And now it's like, right now, it's just like, I want to say it's like we're already there kind of, vibrationally in my mind, we're already there. But even in the physical reality, it's just like, yeah, I actually think maybe we're halfway there. It doesn't even matter, because it's just like, there's so much, right now, the only thing that I have to really do for myself is to allow it to become a physical reality. And that's the thing about it. People, first of all, what happens is people are so focused on what is or what the reality is saying. Like, if you only have $50 in your bank account and you're trying to make $50,000 a month, there's some mental shifting that has to go on. There's a tremendous amount of mental shifting, because the thing is, there is a huge amount of momentum that got you to the point where you only have $50 in the bank. And then for you to switch from like $50 to $50,000 per month, that's like, a certain momentum has to be built in a completely different direction. Basically, it's like, let's say that you had a business that was making $50,000 a month, and then all of a sudden, through scarcity mindset or scarcity feelings or scarcity vibrations or scarcity emotions, your bank account went down only to $50. Well, you have to basically kind of undo that momentum that got your bank account down to $50, and you have to kind of, you have to discipline yourself to focus. You don't have to discipline yourself to take action or do anything like that. You just have to discipline yourself to focus on what it would be like to have that $50,000 per month. And basically, it's just like, the things that I'm doing for myself, it's like, okay, what would it be like? Where would I live? Who would I have in my life? What would I be doing during the days? Am I waking up? Well, I already wake up whenever I want to, but it's like, am I waking up motivated? Am I waking up excited? Am I waking up with passion and enthusiasm and just like that zest, that zeal for life? Am I waking up with those things? Or am I waking up, like bored and apathetic and like sad and depressed and like just like wah, 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 wah? Or am I just like, what, fuck yeah, let's get this shit done. Just let's just make a tremendous fucking shitload of money. Let's have fun. Let's change the world. Let's do great things. Let's be, let's be awesome. Let's be the best version of ourselves. Basically, I see myself doing that. And the funny thing is that it's like that vibrational reality that I'm creating in my mind is manifesting in physical form. And it's so awesome and it's so cool because, I have my goal and literally it's just like I'm getting it. So it's cool. Now, people talk about it, it's just like, but that's cool for you because it's like, because you know how to do it. Or, everybody says things and, I kind of laugh, but I can understand. It's like, if I had a mentality where it's like, it's hard to make money or it's hard to do these things that rich people do to allow money in their life, then those would be questions I would be asking myself. But here's the thing about it. It's really easy to allow money to come into your life whenever you make a firm decision inside of yourself that basically says, okay, as best as I can, I'm just going to focus on feeling a little bit better about money. Now, listen, people try, people, I've heard of people, it's like they have like $5 in their bank account and then they buy the Mega Millions or something like that and they're expecting to like win the lottery. Like they put all their energy and all their focus into like winning the Mega Millions or winning the Powerball. Nothing wrong with that. And it's like, if you have the ability to shift your focus in like a short period of time to allowing like no money into your life, like $5 into your life to like $500 million in your life, then I should probably be taking lessons from you. But the thing about it is it's just like, it's all about momentum. And it's, people say it's like, how do I get to the point where I'm allowing? Well, the thing is, people are already allowing money and abundance and finances, good finances into their life. It's just more of a matter of it's like they're disallowing more than they're allowing. So the question should be more like, how do I allow more? How do I allow myself to open up more towards greater abundance? And chanting, this whole chanting thing, it works magic. Like it just works magic. But there's so many different things, and it's just a matter of what do you have to do? It's just what modalities, what processes, what tools, what tricks, what actions you need to take in order to feel a little bit better about money. Sometimes your action is just like visualizing for 5 minutes what it would be like to have the desired income level that you want to have. Sometimes it's just allowing yourself to imagine what it would be like to be rich for 5 minutes. That's how you allow money to come into your life, just by doing things that make you feel incrementally better and better and better about money. And as a result, a shitload of money just manifests in your life. People are like, people had asked me like a couple days ago, they're like, I don't get this concept of manifesting money out of thin air. Like I don't think it's possible to manifest money out of thin air. And I'm like, well, it is, because I do it, and I know that there are tons of other people in my experience who do it. But the thing about it is, it doesn't actually just manifest out of thin air. Like, hold on. Like, it's not as if though, I'm just like going about my reality, and all of a sudden I just say to myself, universe, I want money to manifest out of thin air. And it's just like all this like fucking money just like manifests like out of thin air. That doesn't fucking, well, I'm not saying that it doesn't, and I'm not blocking myself off to that. If money wants to like just be thrown into me and just like up and down and just like, whoo, just like crazy stuff like that, then that's totally okay. But the thing about it is, the money that manifests, whenever people manifest, even like a lottery win or something like that, it's just like, there was so much pre-paving or like pre-manifestational work that was done before that money even manifested. And even though lottery winners are like, oh, I just walked into the gas station one day and I just won. That's kind of half the story. That's, honestly, that's kind of like half the story, because they might have been like having some really, really big hardcore dreams for themselves of, what it would be like for them to be, living in their desired reality, what it would be like for them to live their like desired lifestyle and whatnot. And the thing about it is, it's just like whenever you can get to that point for yourself, that you are allowing yourself to really, really, really experience in your mind and in your heart what it would be like to live your desired lifestyle or your desired reality, what's going to happen is that the financial means, the people, the situations, the circumstances, the everything is going to manifest in your life according to however much you need. Because it's like, let's say that you have a reality that only costs like, $5,000 a month to live. Maybe you're traveling around the world and it only really takes like $5,000 a month to live the way that you want to live. And let's say that you're only making, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 a month. Well, what's going to happen is you don't have to focus on the actual money manifesting. You really don't. Like, that's the thing. I do like goals for myself just for fun, like $50K per month. That's like a fun goal for myself, and I'm just doing that kind of for giggles and shits. But it's just like, right now, it's like I make as much money as I do with other things and whatnot, and I have the ideal lifestyle that I want to live. Like, yeah, of course there are a couple of things that I might change, but it's like I can live anywhere in the world that I want to. I do all my work on computers or on the internet. I have a lot of fun. Just like, it's just like I wake up whenever I want to, and it's just like, it's a cool fucking life that I live. It's really awesome. But I didn't just wake up one day and all of a sudden start living this life. I incrementally shifted my focus, my vibration, my everything like that, to the point where it actually got to where I'm like allowing my lifestyle to be. And right now, even though I live a great lifestyle, I'm aiming for more. I'm aiming for better. I'm always, pushing things, pushing to the envelope, pushing things to the next level. And basically for anybody who's, it's just like, how do I take my life to the next level? It's like, even if you're living in scarcity, or even if you're not doing well for yourself, well, just allow yourself, even if it's just for like 5 minutes a day, even if chanting does it, even if something like, I don't know, just whatever. It's just like whatever makes you feel better about money, whatever makes you feel better about abundance in general. That's it. Like, that's it. Just do that and just keep doing it. And then all of a sudden you're going to feel a little bit better about money. Instead of saying like, oh, I don't know how to attract money. I can't do this. I can't allow money. You're going to feel like, well, maybe it's possible. I don't know. Maybe not for myself, but maybe it's possible that there's a way that maybe eventually I could learn. I don't feel like it's possible right now, but maybe it's possible. You start opening up little by little. And then all of a sudden what happens is you're like, well, you know what? It's possible because he did it, and she did it, and they did it, and this person did it. So it's possible. So if they can do it, I can do it too. You're opening it up a little bit more. Then you're like, you know what? It's totally possible. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And just that knowing is going to start like really, really, really attracting hardcore evidence of the fact that it's easy and possible to attract money and abundance into your life. Like, it's really simple. Once you know, or once you start being hopeful, and once you start having faith and belief that it's possible to attract money into your life, then you just do. Like, it's pretty simple. But yeah, it's cool, guys. It's super, super easy just allowing money into your life. And, it's something that I do for fun, and I'm experimenting with like allowing more and like different things into my life. Because it's, I have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful relationships in my life, and they're super, super supportive, loving, just awesome, just absolutely awesome. And on top of that, one thing I'm starting to allow is, I'm changing my health vibration, where it's just like, my health vibration is at a certain state right now, and I'm looking to like really, really increase it, and that's happening too. But it's just kind of like a matter of, what would it be like to live the reality it is that you want to live, and allowing yourself to feel that reality, experience that reality, and incrementally allow it into your life. And then all of a sudden, you're there. So that's pretty much it. And, if you like this video, put like, click, the thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. Actually, if you like it, just say thanks. Just say thanks in the comments. That's all. Or just be like, I like it in the comments or something like that. Or just, click the little thumbs up or do whatever. It really doesn't matter, but it's just like, whenever I make videos like this, it's my heart's earnest desire that, you know, people will at least, you know, see what it is I'm talking about. And even if they don't understand the actual words that I'm talking about, as long as they can get the vibration that I have about money, and it's very easy for me to convey that vibration over video, just because it's like you can see my facial expressions, my gestures, my animations, but you can just feel in your own way about how I feel towards money. Even if you don't understand this whole thing about, like, you know, anything that I'm talking about, it's just like, if you can only take the feeling that I have about money, and if some way you can like go through the video and just like take the feeling that I have, or allow yourself to feel the same way that I feel about money, then you're gonna do tremendous amounts of great things in your life in regards to abundance of money and everything else. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. But yeah, you know, I hope that everybody's having a great, phenomenal day, and cheers.